and I think somebody has to bring it. So I figured it'd be me.
Hi, my name's Meredith Sassine, reporting for LA Yoga Magazine. I'm here in Boulder, Colorado at the Hanuman Festival 2012.
Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on.
You had an awesome class this morning, hip opener.
Oh yeah, it was very juicy.
How did you make it fun?
Well, with hip openers, it's really all about. Do you really want to know?
I do, because hip
Okay.
openers also, get the bad rap for trauma.
Right, right. So here's the deal with hip openers. You can't force them. And so if you want your hips to open, you almost have to take the approach that you're like hitting on them.
Uh-huh.
So when you get into a hip opener, you're like, hey baby, what's happening? How you doing? How you doing? And that way they start to respond and they're like softening, like someone just melting in your hands.
Yep.
And next thing you know, your hips are open.
La la.
Yeah.
Well, Hanuman's just a generally fun guy who can leap a lot, and leaping is fun.
Amen.
But the story of this festival, here's what I will say, is this festival has a great vibe. I'm sure every single person you've interviewed has said that, but I really mean it. And nobody's stressing, and all the teachers really got along. We were just talking about, like, it's a perfect mix, and there aren't really any like prima donnas or prima donnos, whatever you'd call the male version. And I don't know, there's a lot of love between the teachers and a very relaxed feeling in terms of like the flow of the day, like the schedule of the day was done really, really well.
Yeah.
So I want to know, how do you make the Yoga Sutras even fun?
I'll tell you what, the answer is simple, 3 words. Keep it real. So when you start talking about mumbo jumbo that has nothing to do with their been practicing at the gym for 2 years life, it gets divisive. The Yoga Sutras have a lot of wisdom, but they're so sparse and there isn't enough information for people to understand how they relate to me. So you keep it real. As a teacher, you maybe talk about things that have come up in the soil of your own experience, or give them a way to relate to that in their lives, like the householder life. We're not ascetic monks who have given up our lives and wear dhotis and have begging bowls. We have kids, we sit on desks, we drive, we drink too much coffee, relate it to reality, and they get it. It's really surprising when you take your practice off the mat, you apply the way that you sit with discomfort on the mat, you apply that to your life off the mat, and you see that really translate. I just came back from 5 weeks in Europe, traveling by myself, the way, airlines are now, your layovers, get stuck here, get rerouted there, and you see how sitting in a hip opener, for example, benefits you when you have to basically keep your shit together when you can't do anything about it, So it's those moments, I think, that I feel the most profound impact. Also, the way that when you're tuning into your alignment, both physical and energetic alignment within an asana practice, all that's doing is training up your own self-awareness. So that, to me, is the most profound. And it's really, quite frankly, it's more the shitty moments and not the ones like, my heart is open. It's more like when you feel shame in an asana that you think you should do, or you know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like you've been able to be with a myriad of sensation, as well as really the lesson you took away was comparison self to self through time as opposed to self to other.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well put.
Thank you. Well, we're having lots of fun here at the Hanuman Festival, and if you didn't get a chance to come out this year, make sure you put it on your calendar next year, because as Gina said, this is definitely one of the best places to be.
Oh, it is. Heaven.
My name is Meredith Sassine, and I'm with LA Yoga Magazine, and we hope you'll come visit us online or check out one of the magazines near your yoga studio.
Say yes and then now living life so free. You ain't gotta ask how. Say yes. Say yes and then now living for the most high. You ain't gotta ask how. Say yes. Say yes and then now living life so free. You ain't gotta ask how. Say yes. Say yes and then now you can try something new. Let me show you how.
Now you actually do have peace scale in your teeth.
I do?
Yeah.